Definitely the most action-packed episode so far.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a lot going on. We got that good look at the new suit. We rewound it like 8-9 times just to see the shot, see him do the roll. It looks good, boys.
Superhero roll. As opposed to superhero landing, he gave a very nice superhero roll. 10 on the scorecards for sure. If this was figure skating, he would have got 10s. You're not supposed to give 10s. He would have got 10s. It was very sleek. Hey, NarendraTheComic and
India.
Non-Sensei. No Non-Sensei. We got Non-Sensei India, aka Non-Sensei here. But we got the finale. The review for the finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And guys, there was a lot of shit here. A lot to unpack. But at the same time, it's kind of like... This was, in some ways, a very dull show and very exciting show simultaneously.
There was a lot going on, but the people we wanted to follow, Bucky, Falcon, John Walker, they really gave them a lot. But I feel like with the storyline they gave the Flag Smashers and the ending didn't seem just.
Yeah.
I feel like there was going to be more from them, but we didn't get it.
It felt like they just tapered out at the end completely from the Flag Smashers' point of view. And maybe that was the right thing to do, maybe it wasn't. I think in terms of villains, they were particularly weak. MCU-wise, they were weak. Storyline-wise, they were weak. Character-wise, they were weak. All over the place, they just really didn't fit the bill. And I think it's not just the person who was leading them and the person playing them. I think it was the overall idea of it, that it's something that could have worked, but they just didn't execute it well at all.
Yeah, I agree. And also, especially towards the end where Carly was fighting Sam and she was like, fight me back, and he wasn't going to do it. Her response, as of yet, I wouldn't have guessed that response from her. I see Sam being like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do this to you. But from everything we've seen of her, where she's willing to set fire to a building full of innocent people and kill people randomly and throw people off bridges, basically, I don't see that aggression for that reason in her.
No, and I didn't believe that scene either. Everything with her, I've not believed. The sub-characters, the people inside her group, I've believed them every time they've been on screen. But with her, I don't think there was one case through the whole show where I believed what she was saying, I believed what she was doing, and I believed her motivations. Nothing was there for some reason. I don't know whether it was the writing for her, whether it was the portrayal by the actor. I do not know, but it wasn't jiving.
I think also throughout this series, we've seen other people referring to her as Torres. She's really good.
Yeah.
Like, I need to see her being really good. I don't want to be told it. And all these other people are like, oh no, she's a hacker. She's also apparently now able to fight hand to hand.
Yeah.
Whereas previously, in the previous scenes, she wasn't fighting hand to hand well. I'm like, you're not going to survive, super serum or not.
No, it's crazy. That one is a very, very good point. Because it comes to the idea of training outdoes strength. It's a real thing. That's why there can be some 120-pound woman taking on a 200-pound guy and actually coming out on top.
Yeah.
Because it is about technique just as much as it is about strength in most cases. There are cases. I mean, you against The Rock, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. Me against The Rock, with the right technique, it's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. But it's possible. It really is. So her having such little technique and her being a regular person, essentially, in most cases, she didn't seem to have any real structure to the way she was fighting in the preliminary episodes, at least. And at the end, she's fighting Sam like she's a bloody jiu-jitsu master.
Yeah. And she just kicks the shield out of the way like a high kick. You cannot do that.
You
Don't
weren't
pretend.
doing that. You weren't doing that. You weren't. And the other people in her group, oh, so now one of them is a hacker, suddenly. One of them can fly aircraft like it's no man's business. Did you pick them specifically because they could do those jobs? Or are they just cannily, can they cannily do those jobs?
No, because they all knew Mama Donya. A lot of them did. So I think you have to write the story to fit your needs, right? And I feel like they've just slipped in and thought it was just going to get past us. But it's not consistent within this one season of 6 episodes.
No, because the idea is these guys are all like people who were misplaced by the snap, people who didn't know what was going on, so they went to Madripoor. That's what she did. She went to Madripoor. The Power Broker is a completely different situation here, but I do think, again, just to reiterate it, the villains were weak in this show on that side. The John Walker side, very, very strong. The Zemo side, very, very strong. The Power Broker side, something there. But with them, falls flat, didn't do what they wanted to do, and I think they didn't realise politically what they were really doing. And it's a very confusing thing because they clearly knew what they were doing on the race front with this show. Sometimes it was a bit heavy-handed. Sometimes it was really, really nuanced and interesting. But on their point of view, from the Flag Smashers, it was just nuts.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like, insurgency is what they were trying to do there. There was an experience of that earlier on this year with that, and it wasn't exactly viewed in the best light. But they're trying to make you view this in a good light somehow, from their perspective. Not sure that works.
Yeah, even with Sam at the end when he was like, you're calling them terrorists, but you're not asking them why. That's a very good question to ask, but you still have to call them terrorists.
Yeah. What they're doing was terrorizing people. Technically, they're not even supposed to be in the country. This is like international terror. This isn't even domestic terror threat. So I think Sam's point was emotional. I don't think it necessarily worked because I think it showed Sam's real moral center, which is help everyone you can. But the problem with that is economics.
Yeah.
And the problem with that is it doesn't work. It just doesn't. You know, India's experiencing it right now with the fact they don't have enough oxygen for the coronavirus. Are other countries going to be sending so much aid to India? I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. Should they? Yes. But if there's another surge in some of these other countries, America, England, France, like extra surges, they're going to need those things. So do you send it? Do you not? Morally, you should send it.
Yeah.
But preemptively, you might say, no, we can't because it might happen to us.
Yeah.
What do you do? Overall, other than that, the characterizations were very strong in this show. Bucky had a real arc. At the end, I feel there could have been more to that, but almost by leaving it a bit questionable, left it in a way where you didn't really have to think too much about it.
I feel like the way that they set up Sam's dilemma, they'd already worked it through by this episode, and the monologue was part of that.
Yeah.
But with Bucky, we already saw the way it was going, and in the previous episode, we could just fill in the blanks where we needed to. Would I have liked to see those scenes? Yes. Because I like Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
He's a very good actor.
Very attractive man.
He is also a very attractive man.
So is Anthony Mackie, to be fair.
He is. They both are. But, back to my point. Sorry, I'm just suddenly clouded by handsome men. My point is, we know what's going on, and we were just happy to see that ending where communities are still coming together. Sam is on the path he's meant to be.
Yeah.
Bucky's on the path he's meant to be. They're partners now. They're not just co-workers.
Yeah, and they're kind of family. You saw it at the end there. It did feel like a coming together, everything coming back to normal to some degree, and trying to work through what's happened on a micro level, not just a macro level. Sharon Carter is a big question mark here. I said, is the power broker Madam Hydra or Sharon Carter? It had to be one of them. It had to be. And from last episode, I was thinking it is Madam Hydra. I was wrong. Sharon Carter.
You should have kept your first guess. You said this couple
I said it in
ago.
episode 2 or 3. She's the one.
I like it. Power suits her, it seems. From the way that they've done her character, it suits her. She's very cutthroat. You could really see that here.
Now we have this elusive character and figure in the power broker who's now been repatriated to America. Is now part of the US government, part of the CIA probably. Peggy Carr would not be proud.
No.
No.
But some things have happened to Sharon. She's like, go with the power, go with the money.
I get it. The way they've laid this out is they've left a lot of doors open for how they can go. US Agent with John Walker. It's something that can be explored further. They can do a whole show on his excursions. He's part of the military again. He's someone who's gonna be used by them for their covert missions. Plus, he came out in the black and red suit. I said, oh, Hydra, man. This is weird. I thought Hydra was done. Everyone thought Hydra was done. Apparently not.
I'm actually very excited because I don't know anything about US Agent, but I would watch a show with John Walker.
Yeah.
Because that character is interesting. Him, his wife, and Val, that dynamic.
Yeah.
I want to see that and see how that storyline could then loop back in with things coming about later.
Yeah. The question is now, is Zemo going to be like, I have to take him out now? Because all the other super soldiers seem to be done. Carly got killed. No feeling in that scene at all. I mean, Isaiah Bradley's entire storyline here was very, very clear. And I think at the end of it, maybe his mind was slightly changed. I do feel they gave a little bit on the other side there where it's not all doom and gloom. There's something there. There's something to live up to. And he clearly paid a price for the time he was living in. But maybe he views it now in the way Sam does, saying we can make a change now.
Yeah.
And we can improve everyone's lives now. And him being part of that history and part of that future probably changes him.
I think so.
Yeah.
That scene at the end with the statue.
Yeah.
It was a big deal. He went in for the hug.
Yeah.
And I felt it. Like there was some tears in my eyes. The world's on to better places. And he feels that.
We didn't even talk about the suit here quickly. We haven't talked about the suit yet. Sam's suit. Wow. Very tasty, very nice. I said at the beginning, there's a lot going on there, but they designed the suit very, very well.
Yeah, I feel like with I guess this is very true to the comic book you said.
Yeah, it looks similar, very similar.
I see how it could have become too gimmicky
Yeah.
very quickly. And they did a very good job at making it sleek to suit him and just make it feel like it has that gravitas.
It definitely does. It definitely does. Just like Cap's costume, it really does have that feel of there's something more behind the costume than just, you know, a person. And I think the wings are the big question mark. Are the wings vibranium? It's a question.
There was that scene where the helicopter came down and he used his wings as a shield.
Yeah.
Sick shot. But we both were like, that should have broken his shoulders and back.
Yeah.
Because that was a whole helicopter that came down on him. So it has to be vibranium.
It has to be.
Because that should have killed him.
Like, the carbon fiber wings are strong, but I don't know if they're that strong. So, have the Wakandans given him vibranium wings with the vibranium shield, with a vibranium suit? I don't think the suit's vibranium, because they can't be giving him Black Panther's powers like that, you know? They can't be doing that. But that is a big question mark, I feel, here. The problem I have with it is the Wakandans obviously disabled Bucky's arm, like, just for the fun of it, because they said, you can't be doing this, you don't deserve this. Eventually, they gave it back to him. But could they do the same with Falcon if he's on the wrong side to them at one point or another?
It's a dangerous
They could
power
just
to keep
disable
in
him.
your pocket. It is.
Yeah.
For them.
It's a weird one because he's not associated with them at all. None of his logos had any Avengers marks on them. The question is, where does he lie in the landscape of things? Where does Bucky lie? Are they Avengers? Are they not? Are the Avengers even a thing anymore? Or are they not?
The Avengers might have, like, disbanded.
Right?
This is the vibe I'm getting from it. I think the Avengers might be kaput, boys.
For now.
Yeah.
I think maybe you're right, because is Doctor Strange an Avenger? Yes and no. Is Spider-Man an Avenger? Yes? Probably yes.
Yes.
That's probably it.
Off the top of my head, who's actually an Avenger right now?
Thor, he's off doing shenanigans with the Guardians.
Yep.
Hulk is like half mucked up arm. He can't do anything with his other arm, right? He can't use his other arm in the same way. So where do they go Avengers-wise from here? It's a bit up in the air.
Also, you have to think, Wanda is an Avenger, she's not an Avenger. This new Vision, he's not an Avenger, is he? He's definitely not an Avenger right now.
No. Ant-Man and the Wasp, are they Avengers?
Are they? I don't know. I don't think they count.
You're not really sure where it's going to fall once everything settles and once we get past the first few instances of these films and TV shows. But Shang-Chi obviously just came out. There was a trailer for that. I'll react to that tomorrow. Maybe you will as well. Who knows? Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then who's going to come after you? Falcon. Falcon's going to come after... Sorry. Captain America. Gonna come after you. You don't want that. Do they want that?
No.
He got vibranium wings now. Maybe.
Maybe.
Possibly?
Potentially.
We don't know. You don't want that. You really don't. So just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic.
I'm in India.
She's been on Sensei. You've been great. And we'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, make a video every single day. Been doing it every day for over 1,000 days now. We ain't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content. Because we're hashtag never not hit. Just how it goes. Also bring the bakwas. Bakwas means
nonsense.
In Punjabi it does. And we bring that. We bring a lot, bring a little, do a lot, do a little. But we do indeed bring the quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow. More of the same. Slightly different, but essentially
the very same.
once more. See you then. Skadoosh.